Probably the most significant element of the IPPF are the international standards for the professional practice of internal auditing, or as they are commonly referred to as standards. It's common knowledge that internal auditing is conducted in diverse legal and cultural environments for organizations that vary in purpose, size, complexity, and structure, and by persons within or outside the organization. While differences may affect the practice of internal auditing in each environment, conformance with the standards is essential in meeting the responsibilities of internal auditors and the internal audit activity. So, what are the standards actually? In very simple terms, they are a set of principle-based mandatory requirements consisting of two parts. First part of a standard are statements of core requirements for the professional practice of internal auditing and for evaluating the effectiveness of performance that are internationally applicable at organizational and individual levels. The second part are the interpretations, clarifying terms or concepts within the standards. For example, the first part of Standard 1100, Independence and Objectivity, is simply the internal audit activity must be independent and internal auditors must be objective in performing their work. See how it just mentions what must be done or achieved? The second part of the standard is the interpretation. So in this case, for Standard 1100, it starts like this. By explaining what is independence. Independence is the freedom from conditions that threaten the ability of the internal audit activity, and it goes on, clarifying what is independence and objectivity and how they can be achieved. The purpose of the standards can be summarized in 4 points. Number 1, to guide adherence with the mandatory elements of the IPPF. Number 2, to provide a framework for performing and promoting a broad range of value-added internal auditing services. Number 3, to establish the basis for the evaluation of internal audit performance. And number 4, to foster improved organizational processes and operations. The standards employ terms as defined specifically in the glossary. So, to understand and apply the standards correctly, it is necessary to consider the specific meanings from the glossary. Furthermore, the standards use the word must to specify an unconditional requirement and the word should where conformance is expected. There are two main categories of standards: attribute standards and performance standards. Attribute standards address the attributes of the organizations and individuals performing internal auditing. And performance standards describe the nature of internal auditing and provide quality criteria against which the performance of these services can be measured. Attribute and performance standards apply to all internal audit services. Implementation standards expand upon the attribute and performance standards by providing the requirements applicable to assurance .A or consulting .C services. We will delve more on this when we discuss the assurance and consulting services differences. See you in the next lesson.